Okay, fine. Hi, Shruti. How are you?
Yeah, hi sir. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you doing today?
Yeah. Thank you. I'm doing good. So, can you tell me something about inheritance? What is inheritance?
Inheritance is like inheriting the properties of one class
Hmm.
to the another class. As the name is telling, inheriting, it is
Hmm.
it will inherit the properties from one class to another class.
Right. So,
There are like different types as well.
correct.
Maybe
Yeah.
single inheritance,
Hmm.
multi-level, multiple,
Hmm.
hybrid also. I think hybrid is there. Yeah.
Right. So, you have five types of inheritance. One is single inheritance, then
Mm-hmm.
multi-level, hybrid, hierarchical, and multiple inheritance. So, multiple inheritance is not supported in Java.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what is multi-level inheritance?
Multi-level inheritance is, can I explain with an example?
Yeah. Please.
Okay, say there is a class A, class
Hmm.
B, and class C. So class B will inherit from class A, and class C will inherit from class B. So there is like level of classes. So uh, in terms of
Hmm.
keywords, if you want to tell, like class A is there, class B is there, class B inherits the properties from class A. So class B extends class A. So class C extends class B. So this is like multi-level inheritance.
Right. So, when you have a class that has more than one parent class, you can say, right? So
Okay.
that is called multi-level inheritance. So the answer which you gave was correct only. 80% it
Hmm.
is correct. You can also explain this line. And the example that you took was also correct. You have three classes that you mentioned: class A,
Yeah.
class B, and class C. And class B is inheriting members and methods of class A. And
Yeah.
class C is extending class B. So class C is inheriting methods and members of class B. So
Correct.
it's
Yeah.
a kind of a multi-level inheritance. Correct.
And is there any limitation for that? Like we can inherit n number of class and or is there any
Yes.
limitation?
No. As of now, there is no limitation.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah. And then in an interview, they might ask you, what is multiple inheritance? So multiple inheritance, you don't have to worry. That is
Hmm.
something in which one class has more than one base class, right? So
Yeah.
imagine, with respect to current example that you took, class A and class B, both will be having common child class. So that is not possible in Java.
Okay.
Java does not support multiple inheritance with classes, right?
Hmm.
But
Okay.
there is a way how you can achieve this in Java. So yeah.
Okay.
Do you know that way how you can achieve this in Java?
Actually, I've heard like multiple is not supported in
Absolutely.
Java.
Yeah, it is not directly
No,
supported
I'm
in
not
Java.
sure.
Right. So
Okay.
you can
About the
achieve,
way.
right. So you can achieve multiple inheritance by implementing interface.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. This was not
Right.
knowing. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what is interface?
Interface is like if you know the partial implementation of anything, if you're
Hmm.
designing or coding something, if you know only the partial implementation,
Hmm.
so in that case, we can use only interface. Thank you. We use the keyword instead of extends,
Right.
implements. Mm.
Okay. So that is interface. Okay. Any example you would like to come up with?
For example, if we are designing any vehicles like
Hmm.
car, if we have to code it, we would
Hmm.
be, if we can use only interface for the uh, for whole designing purpose. Like we can take only how the car looks like, how the
Hmm.
color should be, and all. We will not be knowing the details inside what, like how much petrol it can take, the capacity and all. It will be not be knowing initially. So in
Hmm.
that case, we can go for interface for the coding.
Hmm. Okay. Right. So you can also explain this example in this manner. So let's take the same example of vehicles such as bicycles, cars, and they
Mm.
all have common functionalities, right? For
Yeah.
example, every bicycle or every whatever the vehicle, they have their wheels. Those are common functionalities. So you can make an interface and put all these common functionalities together,
Okay.
right? So that, yeah, with respect to the example that you gave, you can give this example. Okay. Now, having said that, what is the difference between class and interface?
Class and
Hmm.
interface. Class will support all kinds of methods, static.
Hmm. Okay. Then what about interface? Hello. Hello, Shruti, you are there?
I think my lab
Yeah.
updated.
No. Yeah. No
Not
worries. No worries. Okay.
since I'm using it like after a long time, maybe
Yeah.
something is wrong.
Absolutely. No problem. No problem. So can you tell me the difference between the class and the interface?
Actually, sorry, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Okay.
worries. So I'll tell you three important pointers that you can
Mhm.
remember if this question is asked to you in a real-time interview. See, in a class,
Okay.
you can instantiate variables and you can create an object. Whereas in an interface, you cannot instantiate variables and create an object, right? So that is the main
Mhm.
difference. Okay. So this is, so remember like this. So one is the difference with respect to object. One is the difference with respect to access specifiers. So classes have private, protected, public. In interface, only one specifier is used, that is public,
Okay.
right? Class can contain concrete methods. The interface cannot contain concrete methods, right?
Okay.
Right. So access specifiers, then methods and the object. So whenever you get this kind of differences, so
Mm.
try to recall this kind of pattern. So one
Mm.
difference is with respect to object, then
Yeah.
classes, or sorry, methods. Object methods, again, those come into the OOPS concept, and one difference is with respect to access specifiers, right?
Mhm.
So you cannot
Okay.
mention private interface, it will be always public.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so now let's go to the next question. Okay, now I'm sharing my screen. You need to tell the output of this Java program.
Okay.
Hmm. So what would be the output of this Java program?
Mm. I think this will give error.
Absolutely, you are correct. It will give you a compilation error, right?
Yeah,
Why so?
because it is
Yeah. Yeah.
private.
Sorry?
Because it's defined as private, it is only
Correct.
inside the class. That's the reason
Yeah.
it will give error.
So, yeah. So your answer is absolutely correct. It's a private constructor which cannot be used to initialize an object outside the class, right? So
Yeah.
that's why it will give you a compilation error. Okay, now let's move to the second program. Yeah. What would be
Mhm.
the output of this program?
First it will display 2 and then it will display 1.
Are you sure?
Um, yeah.
Mhm. Okay. So do you feel the output will be one or two only? Will the program run successfully? 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 。 . . 。 . 。 . . 。 . . . 。 . See, I'll give you a hint. This also program will give you an error. Now, can you figure out the reason why so? Let me share my screen, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So the output would be the error in this case, right? Why so?
Okay.
Because, yeah, because you are calling the constructor. So there is a constructor call that you are doing, right? You are,
Yeah.
yeah, this is a class. This is the method that you have defined, right? And you are extending derived class to base class, right? So the constructor call to super class that you are mentioning, that should be the first statement here, right? So
Okay.
that will
Uh-huh.
be an issue. So you will get the compiler error only here, right? No worries.
Sorry, can you explain it again? Sorry, the last thing I didn't get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. No worries. Yeah. Okay. So see, you are actually this is a super keyword,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
So what you are doing is you are making a constructor call to super class, right? But that statement
Correct.
should be the first, then the
Mm-hmm.
constructor of the derived class, right? So two constructors you have mentioned, right? See, this is a class derived. This is again
Mm-hmm.
derived. This is class base. This is also. So two constructors you are calling, but you are also using super keyword here, right? So
Okay,
when you
okay.
make a constructor call to the super class, that should be the first statement,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay.
Okay, I got it.
So yeah, so this was about constructor and the super keyword. Right. Now let's move to the next question. Mm, okay. What is string?
Sorry to interrupt, sir.
No worries.
Will be you'll be asking about Selenium as well, or how is it?
Yeah, yeah. So today we'll be covering Java, core Java interview,
Okay.
and tomorrow we'll
Mhm.
connect for automation. That would be
Oh,
Selenium related questions. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, what is string in Java?
String is a collection of characters.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it will store more characters.
Okay. So how can you create a string in Java?
String can be created. There is a syntax for it.
Mm,
Suppose string and space S1 if you define it is
mm,
equal to double quotes A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, double quotes. Yeah,
mhm.
that is how we can define the string.
String. Right, right. So you can define the string by so let me share my string, my screen actually.
Mhm.
Okay. See, you can define the string in two ways, by string literal and by the new keyword, right? So this is one of the option. With the help of new keyword, we are creating a string
Okay.
object.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, fine. So now, yeah, what are exceptions, or what are the different types of errors in Java program that you might get? What are the different types of errors?
Exceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, exceptions are like something like errors, which we
Mm,
can say. Uh, Different types of exceptions, which I know is like uh, if the expression is wrong,
mm,
uh, so that is one kind of exception. It might throw arithmetic exception thing, and null pointer exception is
mm,
there, and um, if there is any error related to the methods or the strings, and
Hmm.
we will get different exceptions. Yeah.
Okay. So see, basically, if anyone asks you this question, exceptions. So there are two types of exceptions. One is checked exception, another is unchecked exception. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So in what are checked exceptions? So the exceptions that you get checked at the time of compilation by the Java compiler, those are called checked exceptions, right? So you were telling SQL exceptions or class not found exception, those will be coming under the checked exception. Sorry, you were mentioning about null pointer exception, so those will be coming
Null.
under unchecked exceptions,
Mm-hmm.
right? Unchecked
Okay.
exceptions, or you can also tell them as runtime exceptions. Those are one and the same. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what are the different types of errors that you can get? So
So
yeah,
uh,
yeah, different types of errors that you can get in a Java program.
Java program, yeah, we'll get
Mm.
sorry, runtime
Runtime
error,
errors. Correct, correct. Runtime
and
errors. Then which are the other types? So
other
one type
types
you
would be
mentioned. Yeah, yeah,
runtime. And a
runtime. So
compiler error, which
compiler.
just
Yeah.
gone through the program. That is one of the best example for compilation error.
Mm-hmm.
And if there is error in the program logic, basically we'll get compilation error.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
So compiler
Runtime
error.
error is more of Java virtual machine error. Like if there is something wrong in the JVM memory,
Mm,
so in that case we will get runtime error.
right, right. Okay. What is this keyword in Java?
This keyword is like if you
Mm,
want to access the variables within the same class, if the
mm,
local variables and global local variables, which is
mm,
passed as a parameter in the method or constructor, and the global variables, if both are of same, then we
mm.
use this keyword within the class. Yeah. If we
Okay.
want to access it with a different class, then we go for a super keyword usually. Yeah.
Okay. So which are the ways to use this keyword in Java? Which are the different ways wherein you can use this keyword in Java?
Mm. The ways are like if you
Mm,
define any methods or
mm,
constructors.
right, right.
So yeah, in the methods
Mm,
also we can use, constructors also we can use this keyword.
mm, absolutely. So
Yeah.
apart from
Uh,
methods,
yeah.
constructor, where you can use apart from methods and constructors?
Maybe in static methods also we can use. I'm not sure.
Static
Static
methods.
methods.
Okay, okay, no worries. So see, you were answering in the right direction, and I think two or three parameters you mentioned. So is my screen visible? See, you can use
Yeah, yeah, it's with.
yeah, you can use this keyword to refer to current class instance variables. Then you can also use this keyword to invoke the current class constructor, right? So see, current class variable, constructor, and current class instance and method, right? So everything towards the current class it is referring to,
Mhm.
that you can take care. Variables, method, in this constructor, right? You
Okay.
can, yeah, you can also use this keyword as an argument in the constructor call, right? So almost
Mhm.
everywhere you can use it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how you can explain. Fine. So that was about this keyword. Okay. Okay. Now, what is the difference between set and map in Java?
Set and map.
Hmm.
No, I've forgotten, sir.
Okay, okay, no worries. So
Set.
at least now we came to know that you need to revise collection related topics, right?
Correct. Yeah,
Set,
yeah.
map, then
Collection.
hash set, hash map, right? So see, I'll give
Yeah.
you an answer. Set and map. Both are actually the interfaces. Those are available in the collection framework. So both
Okay.
set and map are used to store the collection of an objects as a single unit, right? The main difference between the two is set is unordered and it might contain different elements, while map contains the data in the form of key value pair, right?
Okay. Sorry, what is map?
Yeah,
Map.
map contains the data in the form of key value pair. So in your automation
Okay.
also, if you are trying to get some values in the form of key value pair, you can use map there. While set
Okay.
contains different elements, it is unordered.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Okay.
is the difference between set and map.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then what are the different types of constructors in Java?
Different types of constructors like uh, parameterized constructors
Correct, correct. Then,
and without
yeah,
parameterized, like
default
just constructor
constructors,
also can
right? Default
default
constructor.
construct. Sorry, yeah,
Yeah,
default constructor parameterized. Yeah.
right. Okay. Okay. Can we overload the main method?
Overloading main method.
Mm,
No, it's not possible.
okay. Any specific reason behind that?
Uh, because main method in a class, like there will be only one main method basically,
Mm,
so that cannot be overloaded
mm. Okay. So let
constructor.
right.
Because yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
no, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to analyze
Mm-hmm.
why we
Yeah.
can't overload. Yeah, main method cannot be overloaded because yeah, as I'm saying, there will be only one main method. If you overload it, like if you define it with another main method,
Mm,
so we can't. I don't know. Yeah,
yeah. Okay. Okay. No worries.
maybe we
So
can't pass parameters and all. That is the reason, maybe.
right, right. Okay. So let this be an open question for the people who are watching this video. Can we overload the main method or not? Please put your answers in the comment section of this video. Okay. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. Okay. Is main method compulsory in Java program?
Yes, absolutely. The main method should be there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So see, uh, it also the answer to this question, it also depends on the version of the Java that you are using. So if you will use the Java version older than JD7, JDK7, right?
Mhm.
Then main method was not mandatory, right? But
Okay.
after that, the main method has become mandatory, right?
Sorry, JDK 7, right?
Yeah, yeah, 7. Prior to JDK7, the main method
7.
was not
Mhm.
mandatory in a Java program, right? But after
Okay.
that version, the main method is mandatory.
Okay.
Right. Okay. What is array list in Java?
Array list, I think it comes under collections as well, right? So
Okay. So,
it arrays the set of strings which you can store
mm-hmm,
basically. So array list is, I think it will store the set of arrays.
mm-hmm.
So that is array list.
Okay. Can an array list have duplicate elements?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it can have.
It can have. Okay. What is
Yeah.
JDBC?
JDBC, Java develop.
Yeah,
JDBC, have heard it,
right,
but
right.
yeah,
Yeah, you
JDBC,
can take your
yeah.
time to recall. No worries.
I think it's a compiler, maybe JDBC, Java
It's
compiler.
yeah, it's actually a driver that will
Okay.
allow the Java application to interact with the database, right? So let's say if you have to connect to some database,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
fire
Yeah.
query, execute query, right? So there, JDBC API you can use to, JDBC API uses JDBC drivers to connect to the database, right?
Yeah,
So
we can integrate, sorry, sir, we can integrate Eclipse with JDBC, right? Selenium with the JDBC
yes,
also
yes,
for database testing,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah,
You
yeah, that
can
is
do
where
it
I heard. Yeah, yeah.
for database
Yeah,
testing, and if you have to perform it via
yeah,
Selenium automation, you can use
yeah,
JDBC,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Shruti, I am done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, sir, how is
Yeah.
like overall, how is my performance, and
Right.
could you please give me the